What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, cuz? What y'all up to? Gonna let some people come on here. Bone out, but down. What's up? What's up? Caterpillar gang loud out, you know. What up? What up? What up, cuz? What up, Michael? What up, guys? What up? Everybody, what's up? If you're here, give this video a thumbs up. I don't know how you do that. Probably in the comments. There's a like button or something. Give it a like. What's up? What's up? Y'all want to know the most potent space in this entire library behind me? The most potent ones are the ones that you don't know what they are. You see? All of this, not all of it, most of it is surface level shit. If you read enough of these, you'll start to understand that most of them say the same thing. You know? What's up, guys? What's up, Adam? I need to mount that little motion light too. But I wanted to make a video today, dude. I have not made a video. What's up, guys? If you're brand new here, give this video a like. We're a minute and 50 deep in this. Let me know you're here by giving it a like. Here's the deal. Don't forget, we got Washathon Atlanta next month, February 21st, 22nd. It's Cody Yarbrough, Bobby Walker, Jason Guyman, Sean Hodges, and myself. We're all going to be in Atlanta talking to you guys about how to basically take your business from 0 to 100. What's up from London, John Smith? Oh, man. Manny, that's a great question. Yeah, the course, actually, I have an announcement that I will be making here very soon about the what I like to call the 0 to 7K a month course. I think that's a newbie situation where guys are just getting started. They're just getting their foundation in their business, and they need the guidance. Look, if you do the $0 to $7,000 a month situation right, it's a launch pad into 3, 5, 10 trucks, whatever you want. Now, look, with that, you're going to have to do more delegation. You're going to have to hire people. You got an office manager, right, if you're wanting to expand into that level. But honestly, like, the calls, even right now in January, it's 26 degrees outside, and I'm getting more calls than I can handle right now. It's very interesting because a week ago, it was pretty dead, honestly. This week, I'm looking at my analytics. It has bumped. So as far as just people requesting jobs. So in Atlanta, get your tickets. I'll put the link in the description. I hope to see you guys there. We're actually selling like a ton of tickets. Like we thought that it was going to more kind of, everybody's going to wait till the last minute to get them. And I think there's like tops 35 slots for this event. And I think we've already sold like 29 tickets, which is very interesting because normally in our industry, people always wait to the last minute to get tickets, but everybody has bought their tickets up front. It's going to be a very intimate event. I mean, you got 5 guys, you got like tops 35, 40. I don't really know the capacity of the place. I wish it was hundreds, but it's a smaller spot, so it's going to be more intimate. We're going to be doing jobs with you. We're going to take you out on jobs. These guys, every single guy who's at this event who's speaking is an expert at what they do. And it's definitely going to be, like I said, a launch pad. But as far as, Manny, your idea about the course, yes, I have a solution for the guys just getting started who are wanting my take on how to build the foundation for what I've built. Okay? So, more on that. Just stay tuned. What's up, guys? Aaron here with the Lean and Mean Academy for just now joining us. It will, Manny. Does it have cleaning techniques? Manny asks, does it have cleaning techniques and soft washing formulas? What's up, Preston? Dude, that's awesome, man. You started a cleaning company because of the videos here, man. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Manny, it won't be a main focus on like soft washing, pressure washing techniques and a lot of ratios. My main thing is marketing. Honestly, you can learn like some of these other things on the run. You know, go to Cody Yarbrough's page and learn about, you know, soft washing techniques and stuff that he talks about. Come to the event. He'll teach you personally, like some of that stuff, some of the ratios, the blends, how to batch mix, how to proportion, right? So I think a lot of those things are very important. But to me, if the phone is not ringing, nothing else matters. And I like to be, you guys know me, I like to be selectively lazy with who I work for. Meaning what that means is that I don't like to ever have a time where I'm like having to work for somebody because I need the money. That's like not ideal to me. That's anxiety to me, okay? And I like having more than enough to where I can basically, you know, I refer out a ton of business to my friends here in the city. And some of them have commercial cleaning companies that all they do is like commercial windows. And I don't want anything to do with commercial windows. I literally have no want for commercial windows. Now, I tell them, if they ask for pressure washing that front area, all that concrete, you need to call me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we have a good relationship. So I have enough, you know what I mean? Which is the idea of lean and mean, right? So, these books right here, dude, like what I was talking about earlier. A lot of times, and I'm going to make a video about this today, right now. So what do you think about the new peroxide chemical they've been coming out with? It doesn't kill plants, it works as good as bleach. Steve, I have never used that peroxide chemical, you see? But I've also never killed a plant with bleach. So, I mean, I'm a guy who's, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't be changing your ad copy when you're getting 40% conversion, okay? Don't be changing the control, and the control is the one that you're using right now, right? I'm trying to give you a metaphor here, an analogy, whatever. If it's working, why are you trying to fix it? If it's working, right? Everybody in every business is fighting for an angle, okay? And I'm not saying whatever it is bullshit. I ain't saying that. Could be awesome. But here's the deal. It better be as immediate. The results better be as beautiful, and I am not interested. See, Matt D, I'm not interested in using pressure. If I have to do that, I don't have to use pressure when I soft wash with SH. You see? So, to me, I mean, that's just already a mark against it. If I'm having to like alter my day and alter my process, I'm very, very, very like, very selfish with my time. Meaning I do with my time as I want. I don't do anything that I don't want to. That's part of being autonomous, okay? So don't create, to me, don't create problems in your business for yourself in order to like make a sale. If you're having to adjust and use a chemical as a sales pitch, that means you don't have the initial sales pitch down for SH, right? You don't have the ability to close, and I'm not speaking to you directly, I'm just saying this is what this would mean. Like, everybody's closing with SH. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's closing deals, and there's like 1 out of 10 people who are like, I don't want bleach around my house. And I'm like, okay, well, it's sodium hypochlorite. And they're like, okay, that sounds great. And it smells like bleach. No, you need a scent masker if you're gonna, you know, just make sure that they're aware that it just turns into salt. You know, you just, you gotta rinse, okay? So I think everyone's fighting for an angle. There's always a new fad. There's always a new thing. I don't know if it's a fad. If it's not new, then it's obviously not popular for a reason. I don't use currently any surfactants. I do use a scent masker that I've been testing out here recently, and if I like it, I'll tell you which one it is. But I don't use any like soaps to go in to my bleach tank. Not because I don't think that they could be helpful. I'm just very interested in seeing if they're needed, and I haven't used them in about 8 months now. So it's obviously, I don't know, it's not needed to me, but what if I used it and it cut down 2 minutes of rinse time? That might be 30 minutes, 100 minutes on the year. Ooh, right? So I'm gonna basically be showing you guys how I think the business should be structured. If you're wanting to start lean and mean and you're wanting to, build on top of that, right? And if you're wanting, because right now, all I do is Google. That's it. I don't do any flyers. Y'all don't see me doing any videos. I ain't passing no flyers. I ain't doing nothing beyond Google. I don't do any Facebook currently. Not that I don't believe all of these other avenues work, and I've said that. But I just don't personally need to, okay? My stuff ranks, and it produces enough money for me that I can live my life comfortably, you see? So that's what it's about. It's not about, everyone has this kind of, not everyone, but I had to analyze this pioneer thing in me, right? This like Christopher Columbus shit, like it's like take over. I will be the biggest pressure washing company in my city. And you're like, you're still pressure washing, A. You're still spraying water, right? Why? This is a business that can pay you very well. But just when the company's income doubles, just know this. After you get past lean and mean and you start really expanding and the company's income starts doubling and tripling, that doesn't mean your income doubles and triples. And to me, that was a problem, okay? That's the reason that lean and mean exists, is because if I sell a product and I know my return on ad spend, right? I know that I can scale that return on ad spend. Simply put, if I sell more, I make more. If I double production, right, I double my income, okay? That's how that operates. But if ever I double my pressure washing business, triple my pressure washing business, right? In the sense of this big perception, right? And you got all the big trucks in the photo, all of your customers out there like standing and the drone footage and shit. And I'm still only taking home like a little more than I was whenever I was lean and mean, with like not all of the headaches, and with the ability to decide who I work for. It's just a decision you're going to have to make, and honestly, I think that's like a 1% decision, 2% decision, because 2% of people probably are ever going to go that big, who even get into the business and get a serious rig, What's up, guys? Give this video a like if you're digging the content. I appreciate you guys being here. The channel is growing, and it's really cool to see. The book Profit First talks a lot about that. Yes, Michael Malakowicz, right? Michael Newby? Is it Malakowicz? Something like that. It's a good book. And I took Profit First. I took a Profit First model, and I'll put the link in the description. But that's what I do. I do everything. Ask for price of chemical use. I'm reading your comments here. Rinse it off. You can use it on house washing. You use it on concrete. Look, Steve, I think it's a good idea as long as it doesn't require no more. As long as it doesn't require me to. I mean, Steve, are you selling it or are you like? I mean, I'm using SH till I die. So like, that's what that is. So I don't know. I mean, it could work. If you're asking me, I don't know. I've never used it. But if you're asking me if I'm going to try it, I'm not going to try it. I'm going to use SH till I die. I'm going to use downstream injectors and I'm going to blend it. And I ain't interested in really nothing that's new. Like there's a thing that's just like, it's a proven machine and it works. And I think throwing wrenches into it, just causes me more headaches. This business needs to work on its own. It needs to provide me with the income that I want, and it allows me to build other things. You know what I'm saying? It allows me to build other businesses and other things like that. So that's the point of this. Now, if you guys are like, retired or whatever, or just getting started, like this business could provide you and your family with a good life. But you got to think, if you start getting past, if you can't fit 2 and 3 trucks in the driveway, you're going to have to get a location. All right. Now that's a lease. So that's another 2 to 3K a month on the bottom end. All right. Save house watch mix. Dude, that's a lot. That's a big question, dude. Honestly, whatever your downstream injector is, it's going to be pretty safe on most houses, okay? It's going to be pretty safe because it's very diluted. It's just enough to kill the algae. So, just I downstream straight. Like I don't mix any water or anything. I don't know if anybody else does, but I don't. So yeah, you just have to know that once this thing expands, to me, the issue with the model is the expansion doesn't mean that it's going to double my income. I have to have things that it's like, look, say, I released this book, right? And you guys dig it. Well, here's the thing. Like if I sell more books, right, then you naturally, the more books you sell, the more whatever, it's like not any money, but it's like the more money you would make, right? That needs to be the model. The model needs to be scalable directly. And there's some scientific term, right, that someone could call this. I don't know what it would be, but I call it scaling, 1-to-1, right? Where if you do more, or if your product does more, you make more money. And that's the lean and mean model. Once you get to about 40,000 a month with one truck, you'll probably, if you have your marketing tight, you may be able to get there. Man, I've seen guys that make more. What's up, dog? Good to see you. If you look, like when we hit that number last year, it was like, I don't know, April, okay? I like went there and I don't want anything to do with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want anything to do with 30,000. Like, it was a point where we were just working so hard, or we were bumping up against that threshold of needing to hire people, hire more. And that's always going to be the threshold you bump up against in this business. You're going to be like, all right, it's getting real busy. I can't keep up. You start feeling that thing. You're like, I can't quite juggle all this. I'm forgetting about people. What's up, big man? What's up, Cody? Everybody go give Cody a follow. Southeast Soft Wash over here. Gonna see this man in Atlanta. I've actually never met him face to face. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah. So give this video a like, comment, subscribe. Glad you guys are here. I haven't done a video in a minute, dude. It's tough for me to just like edit videos right now, just because I'm so busy working on all these other projects. I got some stuff I'm going to be delivering to you guys here soon that I'm real excited about, some collaborations that I've been doing with some of our favorite people on the tubes, and going to deliver that to you guys. Mainly, not necessarily just for beginners, but for guys who want to go from like zero, they're just starting, to about $7,000 to $8,000 a month. I think that's a good place that can get you out of it, can get you out of whatever job you got going on, right? And it's really the goal is the information is to force you to make a decision whether to keep your job, okay? People ask for tax ID numbers. Welcome to business. All right. to force you to whether you want to keep your job or whether you want to go full time in the business. Those are the type of numbers that, you know, you'll probably be making what you're making if you have like a normal job or you're retired. What's up, Third Coast? What's up, Jay Johnson? And it'll force you to say, okay, boss man, I'm about to leave. Now, we're also going to talk a little bit about how to mentally make that jump, right? What's the mindset that you need to kind of balance, unbalance, and jump, and balance, unbalance, and jump, and how I got over the humps as well. Because I'm going to tell you, dudes, like early on, it was very, very hard for me to get over some of this stuff. And Bobby Walker talks about not being a bitch. And that is it's an interesting take on it. It's kind of what I started. What's up, John? It's like a matrix, man. Like you don't know you're in it when you're in it. Okay? The Matrix, the movie The Matrix is not a movie, it's a documentary, all right? And there's a lot of matrices, all right? There's a lot. There's hundreds of them. There's hundreds of things that you've programmed yourself, or you oh man, my little boy, my little man, Extreme. What's up, dude? Jet Bug. He's the best. He's the best. He's the reason that this business exists. He's a huge reason this business exists, because I was not willing to not see my boy. I was touring musician for 8, 9, 10 years, and played all over the place, and opened up for a lot of big names, and it was fun. It was fun, but divorce will put a torpedo into your plans, and it'll sink that ship. And then you know what you have to do? You have to adjust. Okay, you have to adjust, and you almost have to be. You have to be very compassionate with yourself, but you also have to be ruthless with yourself at the same time. And that's my version of not being a little bitch. What's up, William? You can't allow yourself a way out, because you have to understand that you're in a feedback loop constantly, okay? And you're just doing things based on what someone told you as a kid, what TV shows you've watched, what books you've read. And a lot of it has come from just osmosis of, you know, broke people in your life, sadly, unless you grew up with a rich family and they, you know, taught you how to work. Most kids like that are pretty entitled. But I see, like, you know, I see broke families entitled too. Entitlement will kill everything. Entitlement will kill your marriage. Entitlement will kill your dreams. Thinking that someone owes you, and sometimes you don't even know that you think someone owes you shit. It's weird. It's weird. It's not like an overt thought. You just feel like, why isn't it happening? Like something's supposed to happen. Like it's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. You make it happen. You have to penetrate, fellas, and make it happen. There's a reason she's the receiver, right? You're the penetrator. That is what we do. We storm the beaches of Normandy, okay? That's what we do. We don't just like kind of make a few phone calls and then hope it's gonna happen and then hope the Germans stand down. No, bitch, we're coming. And y'all thought we were coming to Calais, but now we're coming to Normandy. We're coming onto the beach, and we're going to take the beach. That's the deal. And you have to have that, like, that killer instinct that has a self-awareness for yourself to understand that you can't rag yourself down. You have to be your biggest cheerleader, man. Because that TV right there, let me tell you what that is. That's poison. It's poison. Okay? And it's poison for your kids. And there's a lot of propaganda that's laced throughout all of that, all of Hollywood, that news channel, okay? What is he doing? Guard dog. Okay? So you have to understand that You got to inoculate your family, okay, and your own mind. And you kind of got to go against whatever they're all saying. But yeah, so let's see here. What's up, brother? Let's see if I got some comments going on here. Fat and humble. Robert, don't wait, dude. Robert Vinicombe. Don't be waiting. Don't be, hey. You gotta watch it, because all this researching, dog, starts to become resistance, okay? You gotta make a move now. Make a move. Go knock on some doors, get to cleaning some stuff, okay? Don't be waiting. All that studying's bullshit. All right? Pull it. Go. 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 All right? It's just, you know, so for all the single dads out there, let me tell you something. I do resonate with what you're going through. I worked in oil and gas, Texas. Yeah. I know for sure I could not be a roughneck. I'm not gonna do that. Would not do it. My dad worked on an oil rig for a while. Clean drivers, I want residential free. No, I would not recommend ever doing anything for free. What does the Joker say? If you're good at something, you never do it for free. So, I would recommend you charge for it. I don't believe in getting your name out. I don't believe in exposure in the name of you using your back. I believe in exposure in the name of just constantly bombarding people with your marketing, you know, but that means you don't have to sweat, you see? That's different. You know, that old adage, I remember the music thing. I remember it. Hey, y'all come down here and play for us. Hey, we can't pay you, but, you know, hey, you be good exposure now. You might meet somebody. Who am I gonna meet? Some bumpkin? What are they gonna do? Throw something in the tip jar? Like, you know, this is in the middle of Alabama, dude. There ain't no music execs in Alabama. Dude, Third Coast, brother. Hey, congratulations on that, man. It takes a big jump, you know? Seeing those things through FaceTime is immensely hard, and I commend you for taking your future into your own hands. You know, sometimes we build these things up to be scarier than they should be. It's funny. Think about what you're scared of, dude. What are you scared of? Like, you know, why? You know, most of us guys on here, we'll fight a man before we'll pull a trigger on a damn website. You know, what? You just ask yourself, and I mean this compassionately, ask yourself, what are you scared of? What? And let's get to the bottom of it, all right? Let's get to the bottom of your own brain, you know? Get intense about it. Why? What's the thing? What's the formula? I'll tell you the formula. The formula is leads, okay? That's the formula. If we ain't got no leads, this shit don't move. How do we get leads? We do the things that other people are not willing to do. What are most people not willing to do? That's willing to go to the gym. There it is. Bing. Most people aren't willing to read a book. Bing. Most people, all you have to do is like literally look at who's around you. Sadly, right? What are they not willing to do? They ain't willing to do nothing. They're not willing to do the hard thing. They're not willing to kind of like yell at themselves compassionately. Okay? What's up, guys? Give this video a like if you're brand new to the channel. Welcome to the Lean and Mean Academy. We're talking about one truck, big profits. It's starting to pop off. I got some people way out asking me for window cleaning jobs, man. Thought I'd try to remove everything from window cleaning from the internet. I don't want to do no window cleaning. Don't call me pressure washing that damn pool deck back there. You know, I got some gutter cleaning stuff. What else? This big cold storage that we cleaned last year was like made $6 grand in like 4 or 5 hours. It's pretty excellent. Pretty excellent day. He wants, no, not 5 hours. It was $3,500 in like 4 hours. That's what it was. Sorry. What's up, guys? If you got any questions, bump on here. And John, you got to up them leads, dude. Dykes, you got to up them leads, all right? So if you're wanting to get out of that 14-14 situation, you need to have too many leads to where you tell people you can't get to it. Y'all got to remove the guilt about not being able to get to people, all right? They'll understand all they got to do is literally call somebody else. Who cares? Like, there's very few, man. Like, you can hope for probably 20-30% if you're good to come back next year, okay? Unless you got some commercial contract. Like, they have to come back to you. You know, having like that be a tarnish on your reputation. You know, not saying that this is how you feel, but this is how my dad felt. When he was like, what if I have too much coming in? So, if I got too much coming in, that means I get to basically dictate my price. There's no scarcity. And, you know, well, Nash Clean was too much. It's like saying, well, they were the Ferrari, but we're going to settle with the Honda here. That's exactly what it does in their brain. If you have all the reviews, it even looks like that, right? And I'm willing to accommodate last minute a lot of times. I'm willing to accommodate, but I'm going to put that ticket up there, way up there, boy. We're going to make some money on that. Let's see what we got here. Live chat. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Welcome. My business on Google with a spring saving discount. The only people I've called is Home Advisor, Invasion HD. Yeah, man. Like, I just spoke with Chris, and a lot of guys on the Lean to Mean Academy have taken advantage of the same web build that I have. You have to understand, a buddy of mine said this to me the other day, and I haven't thought of it this way, but this is basically what I was saying. I just didn't have the wording for it. And he said, you know, SEO and a website is like equity. And it really, really is. So when you start putting out discounts, I've never done a deal. I heard the horror stories when I got started, and I just never did the deal. They keep calling me, they email. You have to understand that, like, your site and your SEO is like equity, okay? It's like compounding interest in a way. Compounding interest doesn't show up immediately, for those of you who understand what that is. But if you have it, and its quality, over time, eventually people just won't be able to catch up. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like, Nash Clean is to a place right now where I'm kind of done SEOing it. I show up in maps that are in like Goodlettsville. It's like 35 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting calls from up there. I don't really want to drive to Goodlettsville for much of anything. So they got nice houses up there, but it's still, I just honestly don't feel like doing it. So you have to understand that your site is equity in your business. It's an investment. It's not an expense. And over time, you know, in 2 years currently, 2 years with this company, with Chris and his team, I rank number 1 in the maps everywhere, like around me, directly around me. And I'm closer to the city, so it helps out a lot. And I rank in the maps even down 20 minutes south of here in Franklin. And that comes from all matters. Otherwise, if you have a shitty site, it's gonna be tough to do that type of ranking. What do I do if I can't get to people? Yeah, just tell them you're booked. Sam, just tell them you're booked, dude. Tell them you could get to them 3 weeks from now. And my brother, actually, if people want to go cheap, he'll just put their ass in like April of next year. Like, that's what he'll do. He'll be like, all right. Now he'll be like, hey, yo, I'll get to you in November. And they'll book it. Like, if people want to go like cheap on the price and kind of like work him on price, like, he won't cancel them out. He'll just book them into December sometime, you know, or sometime when it's slow. So, you know, you can do things like that. Just book them when you're good. Like, look at them on Google Maps, price them out, get them an estimate. You know, see if you can lock it in. Some of you guys just getting started, don't overthink to a place. Look, if you don't have a legit site built, okay, and I'm reading your comment. If you don't have a legit site built, you don't have some SEO going on, you know, and you're still getting started, dude, like, get jobs. Don't be to the point where you're like turning shit down, trying to like cocky and shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a point where you can be a little bit cocky whenever you have enough. You have your reviews right, you have your SEO right, and you got I'm reading your comments here. When you have your reviews right, you have your SEO right, and your site's ranking, and you got calls coming in, okay? You got people requesting work from you. You can get a little cocky in that end. And I say cocky because it will trigger some bitch assness on here, but also because that's kind of how it has to be if you're gonna have enough. You see what I mean? You need to recognize that you've built this, and you should be proud of it. You've built this house on rock, son. This house ain't built on sand. Build your house through Home Advisor, sand. Build your house through Angie's List, sand. Right? Build your house through sweat, equity, and knocking on doors. Hope you don't get sick or tired. Right? Do these things work? Can they help? Yes. But we should not lean on them with our business and our family, right? But early on, you should also not lean on like completely your website until it's, 6, 7, 8 months down the road and you're like doing some SEO on it. Right, don't think just because you get a website like the next day it's going to be ranking number 1. Yeah, leads coming in. No. That ain't how it works. Literally, a website build, it's not a big step. So if you built it up to be a big step, like me, whenever I didn't have any money, okay? Then let me help you get rid of that thought, because it's not a big step, all right? It's something that just needs to happen. And sadly, Home Advisor and all these other things have kept contractors, dude. It's great, it's great for me as a business owner, for all these guys around here who use Home Advisor and shit. Like, I don't want nothing to do with them leads anyway, bro. Like, take them from me. And a lot of guys, they just operate off Thumbtack, Home Advisor, and Angie's List. They're literally on the outskirts, man. They're on the outskirts, dude. They're dependent on whatever Home Advisor delivers to them. Think about that. It's like you just can't, like playing just the tip with your business, man. You playing. Is what you're doing. You ain't in a business, you playing. You see? So you got to sit down with yourself and say, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I in the game? Right? Now look, some people will do mass amounts of every door direct mail, and that shit works. I recommend sending out 10,000 pieces at a time. That's what I recommend. It requires a lot of preparation, a lot of design, a lot of delivery, a lot of postage. It's not recurring at all, because as soon as they get it, they throw it away. Most people nanny intercepts it and throws everything away but the bills. Which means you should probably send your every door direct mail in a bill envelope, which would be good. At least it'd get opened. But if you don't have that, you're operating on the peripheral. Do I recommend Google PPC? Somebody asked, say singles in your area are ready or wanting to meet you. Do you pay your help? What happened? I don't know. What happened? All right, I'm back. Everybody back? We back? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Leave a comment. All right, perfect. Google reviews help for SEO. It's about 13 to 15% of your ranking. What Google is calibrated. There's a lot of other things going on there. If you're interested in understanding some of those things, I did develop a Web Wisdom mini map course that I need to add to. I need to add another video. And I also have an interview with Chris, my Web Jedi, who's going to be in the Web Wisdom mini map course. He's going to be just talking about some of the stuff that I'm saying and just an educational thing back and forth, because a lot of guys don't know what they don't know. And that's the reason for me developing the course. The course is free. It's probably the only free thing I'll ever do. But yes, grab it if you want it. I'll put the link in the description. It's 20-something degrees out here, dude. Any more questions, you guys? Come on. Oh, that's one. This is one, and that is two. That one, I don't even run that one. It runs, but I don't run it. Yeah, Preston. I'll put the link in the description, guys, after I exit this video. Preston Dog. Jobs over 1,000. Soft wash, dude, my so ghetto. It's so damn ghetto. This bitch works though, bro. She works. What we got? 45-gallon tank here. Pumping a box. Got an alligator clip. Gator lot right there. Come out. And it's down to Cody's place. Be like, dude, I need you to make this thing look good. Let's see. What's up, MTH? With the roof house wash, what's the minimum home value you target as a neighborhood roughly? I'm assuming lower home value areas don't buy much. Dude, you gotta think, man. Roof cleaning is a luxury business, all place where what we're doing is right, because it makes them feel better about the business, because they feel like they're needed in the world. But the truth is the only people who need you are commercial business. Commercial business who's got some slippery concrete. Commercial business who the way the thing is looking is hurting their business. When people start getting hurt in the pocketbook, they start listening, okay? When people start not getting sex because their wife is bitching about that roof, they start listening, all right? Sadly, they start listening. So, understand what the drivers are, why people are gonna ever call you. Commercial business is never gonna call you unless it's mentally hurting the bottom line or it's actually hurting the bottom line, right? Because the owner could be like, dude, this place looks like shit. It looks like shit. We need to get it clean. I think that might be why business is slow, because it's the derelict house here, or derelict business, right? If that's what they think, then it's worth it. EPA stuff too, right? Like if people have to get a parking garage cleaned, they're forced into the bottleneck. They have to. Regulations, right? So liabilities, regulations, lack of sex. There's a bunch of reasons for people to make a move on getting this thing clean. Look, if a guy drives up to his house all the time, right, and he's sitting there, and I'm speaking from a guy's perspective, well, because it just so happens that's what I am. So if a guy's driving up to the house and his roof's nasty, and his wife's going, look at that, all of those black streaks, and they getting like a little verbal tiff, you know what I mean? She's acting all mad. He ain't, right? I ain't gonna dive off into that. But that'll make a man move, right? Do it for my wife. Do it because I don't give a shit about this roof. You understand me? A lot of dudes, man. Dudes can live. Dudes are, you know, but the reason they're doing a lot of this stuff, there's some guys who are very, very picky. Little, you know, a little more feminine, but, which is fine. But, there's drivers, there's mental drivers on what's making people purchase your services in our business. HVAC, they ain't got none of that. They don't have any of it. They literally, the heat goes out in 30 degrees. I don't care what it costs. You understand me? You can come, and it's gonna be a couple grand probably. So that's how those things work. You have to understand the model you're getting into, and understand it's all a luxury business. So yes, this is the long road to answer your question. You're targeting, you always want to start at the top. I want to start at the richest of the rich that are in my area. You know, if there's a lake property in my area, I'm starting there. If there's wherever's the gated space, I'm starting there. Google doesn't know gates. Everyone's like, how do I get into gated communities? Like, well, they have a computer and they Google. Yo, shit. Oh, man. That's how you do it. Funny. They have a cell phone. What's that thing called, honey? Pressure washing. Google that. Right? That's how you get in. What? Mind blown. All right, guys, I'm going to get over here and give this video a like, thumbs up if you dug the content. Hey, I want to see all you guys in Atlanta. Really, I think it's going to be mainly about structure. I know we're going to teach a lot on cleaning, a lot on like how-tos. Bobby's going to talk about review generation, how this dude has like 500 5-star reviews. Sheesh. I'm going to talk about my mentality of approaching the business on how I believe marketing should be structured, priority. Merry Christmas. No, I do not do my own AdWords. My team does my AdWords. The same people who build my website do my AdWords. The good thing is they will not run AdWords for people who they don't build their website. And what do I pay a month for my AdWords? I can run AdWords. I have an AdWords certification. But it just doesn't make sense because my team charges $250 a month to run my AdWords. So if you get the website with a lean and mean, right? Lean and mean package is $175 a month. If you want to add AdWords, it's going to be $250 a month plus your ad spend. Okay, that's how they operate it. So $250 a month is the maintenance. You know, they're basically going to target anywhere you want to target. Okay. They're also going to, like, if you just want to target like a certain zip code, you just want to target certain services. Like for me, I only advertise pressure washing, house washing. Okay, I don't advertise any window cleaning. I don't advertise a lot of the shit on my site because to me, some of that stuff is just like peripheral, right? And it's not cake money. I advertise roof cleaning. It's cake money. You see, I advertise the cake money. Because I'm willing to spend on that. I'm not going to advertise window cleaning when somebody may call me from, a freaking storefront that I don't even do. Well, hell yeah, I get a lot of calls, son. Welcome to Lean and Mean Academy. I don't advertise for window cleaning and stuff like that because somebody may call from a storefront, and now I'm paying, $6 per click for storefront calls that I'm just referring out anyway. So I only advertise things that I really, really like and really, really want. Okay. So yes, that is done through my team as well. They have a lot of different things that they do. I only use like 2 or 3 of them. They build my site, maintain it. Chris does, and they also run my AdWords. At least $700 a month on ads. Be willing to. In December, you won't spend that much, especially if it's cold where you are. Merry Christmas. If you want me to connect you with Chris, just DM me. Or if you're in the Lean and Mean group, check out one of the videos, get in the group, and then DM me, and I'll put you in touch with Chris. What was I saying? Yo, Carlo. So yeah, that's how I structure it, okay? And you would be amazed at how many people want this to be a business, but they treat it like a hobby. And then they can't figure out, you're welcome. They can't figure out why it's paying them like a hobby. And hobbies don't pay. Hobbies cost money. You see? This is the reason that people, you can go on pressure washer, buy, sell, trade Facebook group or whatever, and you can pick out all this damn equipment that guys are selling. It's because they don't have any leads. You see? It's because they can't hack that. They can't figure that out in their brain. Yeah, dog, I do use channel until they pay me. So if the CRM that I use wants me to advertise it, they gotta pay me. See, this is the realest shit. Like, there ain't no favors. There ain't no, like, I don't want no favors from nobody. You understand? I don't need no favors. I don't do chemical reviews. I don't do no, and not that but you gave me an idea, brother. It's just like, people like have this entitlement, like you're supposed to, like these companies, man. They have this like entitlement, like people are supposed to do these reviews for them and stuff, you know? And let me tell you something. I saw a buddy of mine who has a channel here. He's out of North Carolina. He's an awesome dude, okay? He's an awesome dude. And he made some merch, okay? He made some merch with a term on it, right? And oh, you should have seen it. You should have seen the trolls come out, because he was selling some merch with a term on it that apparently some dude coined. Well, let me tell you something. If you ain't got paperwork, you didn't coin shit, okay? That's just the facts. It don't matter who was saying it, whose mama said it, who's been saying it for years, okay? There's like this weird entitlement thing that's like, it's like the Facebook groups, except for Lean Immunity Academy, because we don't put up with none of that shit, okay? And it's difficult to get into because you have to answer questions. And I have like 35 people in purgatory right now because they'll answer 2 questions out of the 4 questions. And they just sit in purgatory. And it's like, they're not getting in until they answer the questions. You see? It's just like, it's very simple. But there's a reason that is the way it is, because I've weeded out a lot of poison and toxicity by creating. Do you see how I take these things and I place them into my business, right? You can watch how I operate in group with how I operate with my wash prospects. It's not just like, jerk it. I gotta get real with you guys for a second, okay? Like, this kind of ticked me off because these guys were giving my boy shit about him making merch on a term that they apparently coined. Here's the deal. You get your shit locked up, all right? If you got a term you coined and you got some merch, you better trademark it, okay? All right? That's the deal. That is the deal, because in this game, the man who has, and they were stupid because both of them make and sell chemicals. They're chemical guys, 2 of the guys that were giving this dude shit. They make and sell chemicals. Well, they don't understand. He holds the keys. Because all he has to do is say, I don't use that and I don't use that. Them 2 chemicals are shit. And that goes out to 30,000 people. So just watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, just watch who you step on. Watch who you, and a lot of guys, it seems, in the groups, so I don't mess with them that much. I only mess with mine. Is because it's like the guys they're men, they're old enough to be men, but they're children. They're children. If you don't have your name locked up and somebody comes and takes Peach State pressure washing, right? Then you didn't trademark it, dude. Whose fault is it? Well, I had it, but I just didn't handle my stuff. Then you didn't have it. You see? Marriage bombing rhetoric. These are the same guys who do this shit with their wife, okay? They're little children with their wife. They're little tiffs. Well, you know, I said that. You never clean up your stuff. You never put the spoons in the dishwasher. Oh, you never put the seat down. Like these little, it's all this icky. It's icky, man. Like, you don't take out the trash in your house because it's your job, all right? You take out the trash because it needs to be hauled out. You don't clean the dishes because it's your job. or it's her job, or it's his job, right? You don't do that. You clean the dish because the dishes need to be cleaned. That's what you do. It's now look, if it gets to a point where there's an agreement, okay, and one of us isn't holding up our end of the agreement, then we need to sit down and have a calm conversation where we don't degrade each other and we talk calmly in a loving tone and an encouraging tone that explains how you feel. But you don't have what these are called covert contracts, okay? And it took me a long time to understand. It took me a divorce to understand a lot of things. This is one thing, okay? Just because somebody's married for 50 years doesn't mean it's a successful marriage, okay? Some people be like, well, they've been married for 60 years. Great. You sleep in different bedrooms. Look, if we ain't having sex and we're married for, dude, if we ain't having sex and we've been married for 2 years, we're going to have a talk. Whew. All right? My boys on the crowd know this. But they chalk it up to apparently that's the way marriage is, right? This is apparently how it is. Who told you that? Who lied to you? Like, who lied to you? All a man needs, here's all he needs, okay? Man don't need the other 5 love languages, okay? He needs 2 things. Tell me I'm awesome, because some days I don't feel like I'm awesome. So I need you to tell me sometimes that, you know what, you're a conqueror, all right? You're a conqueror. Even though you don't feel like it today, you are. And I'll be like, hell yeah. Be like quality time in the form of like you giving me this quality time. Like we can have that, right? I enjoy working. I enjoy doing what I do, and I enjoy providing for my family. And I feel like most fellas are like that, okay? So understand that, and I'm circling around this, right, where the guys were giving my boy shit about his thing, and then you got guys who have these little covert contracts, okay, where they expect something, but nothing is ever said. And then when you trip the tripwire, you're in trouble. I don't operate like that. I don't have any guilt like that. See what I'm saying? I don't have I don't have that meter where I'm like walking on eggshells. Like if you don't like it, you can hit the bricks. See what I'm saying? That goes for friends. That goes for family. You know, you guys know I love you, but that goes for people on here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is nobody holding you in a cell telling you this is how you gotta be. You're holding yourself in a cell. And since you're holding yourself there, you have the keys to open the cell. You have complete control of what you do today. What's up, Jordan? You have complete control of what you don't do today. Okay? This is on you. It's all right, MTH. Hey, look, let's talk about that. Let's talk about family and talk about talking with your family about your dreams and your goals. I was about 14, mouthy as hell, and just confident. Just like, look, borderline cocky, right? Whatever, right? Like, hey, everyone who I like is that way. Everyone who I like has that air. Cardone, I love them. All the guys who I love, Primetime, Deion Sanders, I love them. Muhammad Ali, all these guys, right? Donald Trump, keep going down the line. Like, I respect all these guys for different things. But they all have that thing where they're not afraid to upset someone based on someone projecting their expectations upon you. That's not okay. You remember, some of you guys grew up because I saw your mamas when I was young, all right? And I saw her at church. And she'd literally helicopter around that kid. And that little boy couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. Everything he did was correcting it. It's like, dude, he just wants to wrestle. Let the boy go wrestle in the grass. If he gets hurt, he'll be all right. He'll cry for be all right. Just metal piece over there. Don't hit your head on that, all right? You got to allow people some space, okay? And you also got to give yourself some grace. While you're going through this process of starting your business, if that's where you are, You got to be very hard on yourself, but you also got to be very kind to yourself. You got to love on yourself whenever you make big decisions. And I don't think a website's a big decision anymore, but I do remember me pacing through the freaking room, the living room, dude, before I pulled the trigger with my team. I remember I had a $39 a month Wix website. I had it. I remember. I wasn't ranking. It was shit. And I was making the decision, and I remember me pacing through my freaking, y'all see my office with the whiteboard. Pacing the dude, I remember. I'm like, oh, Ken, I don't know how I'm gonna afford it. What was I thinking, dude? Like, you look back and you're like, what was I thinking? $175? Like, dude, I was in tough times. I was in tough times, man. Okay? What's up, Wallman? What's up, brother? This one's deep. All right? This one's going deep here. I think this is needed. But maybe today, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Maybe I can just help you a little bit to free you of some expectations that people have placed on you. And now I want you to remove those, and I want you to identify them. You have to look down in your childhood and you have to see what someone has told you, and you have to analyze a lot of things. What you've learned in school, what you've learned in church, what you've learned from your parents, who your parents are. You have to identify things that are good about them, things that you don't quite like, okay? Maybe loyalty is one good thing that you want to take with you. But maybe courage is not something they were able to have. And truly, at the end of the day, most of this is just courage, dude. It's just courage. It's just courage to take shots. You guys know, like, I got haters on YouTube. I'm trying to get more. Because every time I get more haters, the brand elevates. Lean and Mean elevates. You know, more people talk about it. Okay? Total line, not hear the criticism. Let's see. Oh, thanks for all being. You got it, Kyle. The wife backs 100%. That's if I don't have to go dark and toe the line alone just to not hear the criticism. So be it. Haters fuel the fire, dude. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, criticism, you know, when a man is working his ass off, I don't need to hear no criticism. You understand? I didn't ask, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of you guys have too low of a threshold to where you're being mean, all right? What's up, Jamie? Like, you're being mean. You ain't being mean. You just ain't putting up with no bullshit. There's a difference. There's a difference. Some of you are too far to the left of the spectrum. Worried about offending somebody. Worried about calling them on Sunday to follow up with that job you want. You kids, you think your kids care? You think their food cares? You think their shoes care? About them eating fucking lunch? I don't give a shit if you're eating lunch. I'm calling you. You understand? This is how you gotta be, man. You gotta be like a dog. You gotta be like a dog, dude. All right? And some of this stuff, people can't take it right. Just need help with pricing. I need every video I posted about pricing. Dude, honestly, I just put 20 cents on top of that square footage, and then just send them that bid. Just put 20 cents on it and roll with it. You'll never go wrong at 20 cents. Okay? Thanks, Larry. Appreciate that. So yeah, we're going on 70 minutes now. A lot of what I think is about me pushing my own limits, okay? Everybody has their own limits. Everybody has their own story about why they can't get to the next level. I have my own story. I have my own little bullshit story. Everybody does. Even the people who you think are at the top, right? Like, they have their own story about why they can't go farther. Maybe it's financially, maybe you know, they can't rekindle a relationship with their kids. There's always a story about why we haven't done it, or why we're rationalizing it away. And some of you just need to, like, and I do this all the time, you have to just have a real conversation with yourself and check yourself and just be completely honest about what it is that you want. Forget about any honor systems that you've been given as a child, okay? There's nothing honorable about being in a sexless marriage. There's just not, okay? And never again, if I ever do get married again, like, I will never be a part of anything that's that type of manipulation. And a lot of people don't understand that they're being manipulated. simply because the control mechanism is being wielded, you see. You can tell in the rhetoric, these old men, well, you know, I got to talk with the boss, you know, the headmaster before we do this deal. If any man ever says that to me, I'm immediately like throwing up in his yard. Like, who you talking about, the headmaster? Who's got the nuts around here? Like, you talking about some headmaster shit. This is like $500 deal, and you need to go talk with somebody? Then you ought not do this deal, man. Like, if it's anything less than $10,000 and it's something that we need, you need to go ahead and pull the trigger, right? And y'all need to, like, communicate on that level. Because otherwise it's this little nitpicky, like these guys give their wife the tip of the hat, thinking that that's gonna like buy them something. Well, I asked her and we talked about it, and you know, we discuss every single damn thing together. You know, maybe your wife would just allow you to make a damn decision on your own. She ain't never gonna tell you that. Do you know why she's not? Simple. Because if you do it, and she told you to do it, it means she's the boss of you, and that's not something she wants to be. It's not something she wants to be. So women, in that sense, guys who are married to women on here, okay, guys who have girlfriends, women are at a loss in that way because they can't actually tell you what to do, because when you do it, they're turned off by you. Unless it's like, you know, put the seat down, but dude, you should just fucking do that anyway. Like, quit being nasty. Like, don't pee on the seat. Like, it's just like hygiene. But if we're sitting here like a dude's asking, hey, I got a $300 job, I gotta go talk with my wife. You're like, what kind of bitch ass? Like, this dude is rolling in the back of the tribe. He's not a killer, okay? He's not a killer. He's gonna roll in the back of the tribe. See, we up front. He's gonna be in the back, all right? You gotta get yourself together. A lot of the time that and I had to learn this the hard way, a lot of time that your wife is asking you to have these conversations about things that you're doing, she don't want none of that. She don't want that. She wants to see if you're gonna do it though. Because you sold her someone when you met her. You sold her someone. You sold her a guy who was free, a guy who had friends. What's up, Mark? A guy who had friends, a guy who had his own thing going, okay? And that's something that you need to live up to. But now once you get in the cycle, and this goes for this, like, this transcends into your prospects, okay? So this is a common thread amongst the marriage and amongst the prospects, okay? Nobody gets to talk down to you. Nobody gets to put a timer on you without paying for it, all right? And understand that if your prospects put a timer on you and say, hey, I need this done by this Saturday, you have a choice whether to opt in or not. If you opt in, you've made an agreement. You need to hold up to that. But you can say, you know what? I don't really feel like having the anxiety of stuffing this in my schedule by Saturday. And I've had to tell people that. We're back. Okay, sometimes people are just having a bad day. Okay? That's it. They're just having a bad day. But the best way I ever heard it is that she's a little tornado, and she's allowed to be that. She's not allowed to talk down to you. She's not allowed to be disrespectful. She's not allowed to call you names. She's not allowed to hit you. She's not allowed to do anything like that. And you're not allowed to really do that either, okay? But you're like the oak tree, okay? You're like that tree. Not that tree. That tree looks ragged. But you're like a beautiful oak tree that is strong, okay? In the storm, you're steady, you're calm. It's not necessarily all stoicism to where you just show zero emotion. That's not healthy either. That's like 1940s male, right? Like that old man, you know, he's got his hair slicked back. It's like Leave It to Beaver. He doesn't really have any emotions, right? He doesn't know how to, he can't cry. And while I don't think you should be, if you do cry, which crying, there's nothing wrong with crying, but I don't think you should be crying in front of your wife. I don't believe that's healthy. I don't believe that's not something that's conducive. People would disagree. That's fine. I think they're idiots. I think you go cry in the barn. If you need to cry, get it out and be willing to and be okay with that. But you go cry in the barn, you go cry in the shed. Hey, hell, go cry with your boy. Come cry with me, okay? Because here's the thing. Chemically, there are certain things you don't need to be doing in front of certain people, chemically, okay? And unfortunately, there are some things that guys just do that completely ruin it for prospects. I think dating and marriage is that's what I think. I think you're selling this. What's up, dude? Hamid, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're gonna be in ATL. I'm gonna wrap this up here today, guys. We talked on a lot of different subjects. Phone lasted this long. Give this video a like. I'll get that Web Wisdom mini map. This is mind, okay? Just stay manicuring your minds, okay? Stay strong and keep going out there and keep knocking, keep taking steps. This is the gonna say ever. But the build up. Oh, what if people don't like it? Oh no, a bunch of pressure. You know, if you think about stuff in terms of like making fun of what you're scared of doing, it helps you get through it, right? Because you're like, this sounds ridiculous. Like you're like, oh, I got a website with no contracts. It's $175 a month. I gotta go clean a gutter. What if it doesn't work? What if I break even? Like, right? So just, you gotta sometimes talk to yourself in that way to be like, why am I built this into a thing? It's hilarious, right? So there's little mechanisms you can use to reframe what you're scared of, right? What's the worst that's gonna happen? We gotta not do something, we gotta change, we gotta change our angle, go at it in a different way, right? That's the worst that's gonna happen. Just, I think that's the reason personal development exists. There would not be an industry if we all had courage, okay? Have a good day.